Good morning, and welcome to our special coverage as we mark the official start of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. The sun rises over the Atlantic, casting a golden glow on the coastline, a calm that belies the powerful forces gathering far out at sea. For months, meteorologists and coastal communities have watched the tropics with anticipation, wondering when the first storm would form. Today, that question has been answered. We are now closely tracking Hurricane Erin, which has earned the distinction of being the very first named storm of this year's Atlantic hurricane season. Satellite imagery shows Erin's swirling mass of clouds and powerful winds as it churns across the open ocean. The animated timeline reminds us that hurricane season stretches from June through November, with the greatest activity typically peaking in late summer and early fall. The season began quietly, with tranquil seas and clear skies dominating the early weeks. But as we moved into the heart of hurricane season, conditions changed rapidly. Warm ocean waters and favorable atmospheric patterns set the stage for rapid storm development. Erin's sudden formation is a stark reminder that, even after a calm start, the tropics can become active with little warning. The calendar highlights the months when hurricanes are most likely to form, underscoring the importance of staying vigilant. Erin's journey began thousands of miles away, as a simple tropical wave rolling off the coast of Africa. These waves are often the seeds of powerful storms, and this one was no exception. As it traveled westward, it encountered warm, energy-rich waters and low wind shear, ideal conditions for intensification. Satellite animations trace Erin's path across the Atlantic, showing how it grew from a disorganized cluster of thunderstorms into a formidable hurricane, following a classic route known as the Cape Verde track. Now, Erin has strengthened into a major hurricane, its eye clearly visible from above as it approaches the Caribbean islands. Local governments and emergency response teams are springing into action, reviewing evacuation plans, distributing supplies, and preparing shelters. For many residents, this is a familiar drill, but each storm brings its own unique challenges. The sense of urgency is palpable as communities brace for high winds, heavy rain, and the threat of flooding. Here in our newsroom, our team of meteorologists is working around the clock, analyzing the latest data and computer models to track Erin's progress. We're monitoring changes in wind speed, pressure, and storm trajectory, providing real-time updates to keep you informed. Our commitment is to deliver accurate, timely information so you can make the best decisions for your safety and preparedness. As of this morning, Hurricane Erin has reached Category 3 status on the Saffir-Simpson scale, with sustained winds exceeding 110 miles per hour. This level of intensity means the storm is capable of causing significant damage, uprooting trees, tearing roofs from buildings, and producing dangerous storm surges along the coast. Early reports from affected areas show flooding, power outages, and structural damage, underscoring the seriousness of the situation. We will continue to bring you the latest on Hurricane Erin's path, its impact on communities, and what to expect in the days ahead. Stay tuned for in-depth coverage, expert analysis, and important safety information as this historic first storm of the season unfolds. Your safety is our top priority, and we'll be here every step of the way. Let's discuss Hurricane Erin's strength. This powerful storm has captured the attention of meteorologists and residents alike as it churns through the Atlantic Ocean. Understanding the characteristics and potential impacts of a Category 3 hurricane is crucial for preparedness and safety. Erin is a Category 3 hurricane with winds at 125 miles per hour, capable of severe damage. On the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale, Category 3 storms are classified as major hurricanes. They bring devastating wind speeds that can cause significant damage to homes, uproot trees, and lead to extensive power outages. The force of these winds can turn everyday objects into dangerous projectiles, posing a serious threat to anyone caught outside during the storm. Despite a slight weakening from Category 4, Erin remains dangerous. The transition from a Category 4 to a Category 3 hurricane might seem like a relief, but it's important to remember that the storm still possesses immense power. The reduction in wind speed does not significantly diminish the potential for destruction. The turbulent clouds and intense atmospheric conditions continue to pose a threat to coastal and inland areas alike. The storm's core stays offshore, but its effects are widespread. Even though the eye of Hurricane Erin remains over the ocean, the storm's reach extends far beyond its center. Coastal regions experience large waves and storm surges, which can lead to severe coastal flooding. the approaching storm clouds signal the impending arrival of heavy rainfall and strong winds, which can affect areas hundreds of miles away from the storm's core. Areas like Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands feel its impact. These regions, already vulnerable due to their geographic location, face the brunt of Erin's power. The combination of high winds, heavy rainfall, and storm surges can lead to widespread flooding, damage to infrastructure, and disruptions to daily life. Residents in these areas must take all necessary precautions to protect themselves and their property. Hurricane-force winds extend miles from the center, causing significant conditions. The reach of Erin's winds is vast, affecting a large area around the storm's core. These powerful winds can cause structural damage to buildings, topple trees, and create hazardous conditions on the roads. The swaying of palm trees and the churning of the ocean are visual reminders of the storm's strength and the importance of staying indoors and away from windows during its passage. The storm surge and rainfall are driven by its intensity. The combination of high winds and low atmospheric pressure causes the sea level to rise dramatically, leading to storm surges that can inundate coastal areas. Additionally, the heavy rainfall associated with Hurricane Erin can lead to flash flooding in both urban and rural areas. The intensity of the storm ensures that these effects are felt far and wide, necessitating vigilance and preparedness from all those in its path. Forecasters watch for potential re-strengthening as Erin undergoes structural changes. Meteorologists closely monitor the storm's behavior, looking for signs of re-intensification. Changes in the storm's structure, such as the development of a more defined eye or changes in wind patterns, can indicate that Erin might regain some of its lost strength. Accurate forecasting is crucial for providing timely warnings and ensuring that communities can take appropriate action to stay safe. Treat Erin with respect for its power and potential damage. The aftermath of a hurricane can be devastating, with destroyed homes, disrupted lives, and a long road to recovery. Emergency crews work tirelessly to respond to the immediate needs of affected communities, but the best defense is always preparedness. Boarding up windows, securing loose objects, and having an emergency plan in place can make a significant difference in ensuring safety and minimizing damage. Remember, the power of a hurricane like Erin should never be underestimated. Why did Erin weaken over warm waters? It's due to an eyewall replacement cycle. A new eyewall forms, weakening the original, causing temporary intensity drops. This cycle often leads to re-strengthening, expanding the storm's wind field. Erin may regain Category 4 status soon, highlighting the storm's dynamic nature. We monitor this evolving atmospheric engine closely. Where is Hurricane Erin now? As of the latest update, Hurricane Erin is making its presence felt in the Atlantic. This powerful storm has been closely monitored by meteorologists and weather enthusiasts alike. The hurricane's path and intensity are subjects of great interest and concern. Erin is currently situated 140 miles north of San Juan, Puerto Rico, and 330 miles east-southeast of Grand Turk Island. This positioning places it in a critical area where it can potentially affect several regions. The proximity to these islands means that residents and authorities are on high alert, preparing for any possible impact. Its core remains over open waters, sparing land masses for now. This is somewhat of a relief, as the open ocean can absorb much of the storm's energy without causing immediate harm to populated areas. However, the situation remains dynamic, and changes in the storm's path could alter this scenario. Erin is moving west-northwest at a speed of 14 miles per hour. This movement is being closely tracked by weather satellites and radar systems. The forecast indicates a potential northward turn, which could significantly influence the storm's future trajectory and impact zones. This anticipated turn is crucial for the southeastern U.S. and the Bahamas. A northward shift could mean that these areas might experience more direct effects from the hurricane. Residents in these regions are advised to stay vigilant and keep abreast of the latest weather updates. The forecast track isn't set in stone. Small shifts could impact nearby islands. Even minor deviations in the hurricane's path can lead to significant changes in which areas are affected. This unpredictability is why continuous monitoring and updated forecasts are essential. Stay informed as new updates are released. With the situation evolving rapidly, it's important to have access to the latest information. Whether through news broadcasts, weather apps, or official advisories, staying updated can help you make informed decisions and take necessary precautions. Erin's size means its impacts are felt across Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Outer rain bands bring heavy rain and gusty winds, causing power outages and hazardous marine conditions. Dangerous rip currents and large waves make coastal waters unsafe. The primary threat is heavy rain, leading to flooding in saturated areas. Residents face a stressful day with potential power loss and flooding. Stay indoors, off roads, and monitor local alerts. The main danger from Erin is water, not wind. Heavy rain creates flash flood risks, especially in St. John and St. Thomas. Rainfall totals could reach 6, 8 inches, posing serious threats. Landslides are a major concern in mountainous areas. Flood watches remain in effect. Be prepared and stay updated. Avoid driving or walking through flooded areas. Understanding official alerts is crucial. A tropical storm warning is in effect for the Turks and Caicos Islands. Residents should complete preparations for tropical storm conditions. A tropical storm watch is issued for the Southeast Bahamas. Begin preparations now. Monitor the storm's progress. Follow local officials' advice for safety. Good news for Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Conditions will improve. Erin's movement will gradually pull the worst weather away. The U.S. Virgin Islands will see improvement this afternoon, Puerto Rico later. Flooding threats persist even after rain ends. Avoid flooded areas. Dangerous surf and rip currents continue. Stay out of the water. Cleanup begins once weather clears, focusing on recovery. Where is Erin headed next? Erin may re-intensify to Category 4 after its eyewall cycle. The forecast track shows a northward turn, affecting the Turks and Caicos and Bahamas. Long-range path depends on larger weather patterns. East Coast residents should monitor Erin closely. Stay informed with official updates. Avoid rumors. We'll provide the latest information to keep you safe.